Okay, we are live. This is our first time on YouTube, so we're going to give this a go. For those of you who don't know, today was Wonder Woman 750 Day.
Yes, it was.
It was fun. We're actually going to go ahead and real quick. I'm going to get this shared over to Facebook because that is one of our main areas here. So let me get the link. Greg, do you have the link?
Let's see if I can get that right now. I do not.
I mean, we're learning a bit about this stuff here.
Subscriptions. Here we go. Live now.
So
I'll message that to you.
YouTube.
Copy. Cory.
Yeah.
Paste.
Yeah.
Sent that to you, sir.
All right. So let me get here.
So subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll show this more often. I am one of the 2 subscribers that you see already. So, and he is not the other one.
I'm not.
No.
Audra.
I actually have subscribed on the Comic Dojo page and mine. But when we did the videos earlier in the year after MegaCon, I think we had more people interested then. And then since nothing was uploaded for like 8 months, I think people just went whatever.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. So it is what it is. While he's doing that, Legion of Superheroes, greatest team ever. Screw the X-Men, Legion all the way.
How dare you, sir?
X-Men are like 3rd. No, let's see.
They're number 1. They will always be number 1.
Are we talking like in Greg standards or like world standards?
In reality.
In reality, they're not even number 1. The Justice.
Tomorrow you'll be joining us on the Cory show.
The Avengers at this point are bigger than the X-Men in the zeitgeist of the world. Everybody knows who the Avengers are.
Because of a movie.
Okay.
Iron Man was about to die before the movie came out. Like it was a B-class book.
So the Iron Man 2020 that came out, in the back of it, there's this timeline of like Tony Stark becoming more robot than man or AI than man.
Yeah.
I had no clue any of that was going on whatsoever. Like, I mean, off the success of the movies, like, why would they do something like that? I don't know. It's just, yeah.
I think partially because, in future they can use they can use Robert Downey Jr.'s voice, going forward rather than just having him appear, so they only have to pay him $25 million for a voiceover
instead of
as opposed
40,
to 50.
Yeah.
That's what he made for Homecoming.
He was in like 5 minutes of the movie, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was a good 5 minutes nonetheless, but
it wasn't a $50 million 5 minutes.
No.
Yeah. I mean, that's our opinion. You're welcome to yours as well.
Yes. None of these opinions are affiliated with
anything.
Me, him, DC, Marvel.
Yeah. My opinions are not affiliated with me. They're not affiliated. Yours aren't affiliated with you, are they?
No. I guess since we're on the YouTube, we're gonna get a lot of Facebook people, but we are inside Art Germ Collectibles.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm allowed to give that away or not, but I just did.
For the new people on YouTube, that is what Greg and I do.
Yes.
We run Art Germ Collectibles, and if you are unfamiliar with Art Germ, he is one of Marvel and DC's top selling cover artists, and just an all around just
awesome,
amazing artist, amazing man.
Good human being.
If you get a chance to see any of his panels at a show, at a convention, I definitely recommend it. It is, even if you're not an artist, a lot of this stuff that he talks about in his art journey and stuff like that, it is very, it applies to everybody's life.
Yeah.
So that's.
Now, if you have a bad order or something damaged, contact me, not him, because he'll yell at me.
I handle other stuff.
I'll fix it.
Greg fixes the damaged orders or anything that the post office loses or anything to that effect. I
don't know how they lose stuff.
The suit and tie end of it, even though I don't believe I've ever worn a suit. I wore it to prom once.
Me too. I wore flip flops though with the tux.
I was like super tan and I wore a white tux. Yeah, I looked like a douche.
I should have done that one tux.
I mean, it looked good for the time, but looking back at it, man, I was a tool.
I was just more like, let's get the cheapest thing possible that looks halfway decent because I'm only gonna wear this for the dance, and then as soon as I get out, I'm taking everything off. So
I took mine off at the dance. It was god awful hot in that gym. In my defense, though.
Actually, ours was at like the Morocco Shrine Auditorium here in Jacksonville.
See, I'm from Pomona, Kansas.
Yeah.
Google that. Yeah, that'll tell you. Like, there were more people in the shopping center right now than were in my graduating class.
we had a lot.
Yeah. So a bit on the Wonder Woman. We can show you a few of the covers.
I'll go get those.
Just a minute. No,
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay. Grace's gonna go. I should have been prepared on this. I dropped the ball, and then I was being a turd and snapping my fingers at Sabrina, and nobody should come with someone.
Do we want to show
that
you?
So yeah, just the ones that are available now. Okay. So one of the things, guys, is we are holding back right now. I'm just letting everybody know that we are holding back the pure art variant. And for those of you that don't know what a pure art variant is, if you notice on the CGC books, whenever they're graded, they put virgin in parentheses.
They do.
Virgin. Because, I don't believe they're virgins either, to be honest with you.
But we were like, it's just the pure art. Well, Cory came up with that.
Actually, no. Here's the way that works.
Okay. He told me he came up with it.
No. I come up with the idea to change the name. So I came up with Golden Age on those. That was my thing. So when I was talking with Art Germ, and one of the things that I was wanting to do is, we have the things that are exclusive to us. We have the Golden Age variant. We have our metal COAs. We want to do things. We want to keep everything kind of, anything we put out, we want it exclusive and notarized. We want the notoriety to go to Art Germ Collectibles. Well, virgin is just a overly used term that I don't really feel applies to the book itself. So I'm like, hey Stan, I want to, I want to come up with something different because of this. If you're okay with it, give me a couple days. I'm going to come up with something catchy, and we'll see what we can do. And I threw out something, some, I don't remember what it was. It's something to do with art. I said, or something else like that, but we'll come up with something. He goes, how about he said, how about pure art variant or true art variant? I'm like, pure art, that's it. That's the one. So he did that. And then where my fingers on it came in is I capitalized the PURE and lowercase art, which, not trying to, play down on the art part of it, but it's, want to bring in the pure aspect. That's where we want everything highlighted because it's pure art, not art with the trade dress, not art with this, catchy. So yeah, this is something that Stanley came up with, the name of it, and it's we're going to be calling all of our covers without a trade dress the pure art going forward.
I hope I don't mess up the stream here. I'm trying to share the thing else. Oh, we got two people
I don't
watching
think you
now.
are. I think you're doing just fine.
Okay.
Let me see what we got going on. See if we're
Just back to one watcher now.
Is this thing going live?
Yeah, we're going.
I just want to make sure it's going. I'm going to check and see if there's any.
Yeah, I'm watching the YouTube.
I need to up my video quality there.
See, I wasn't sure if I was lagging it by because I was doing some Facebook stuff here for a second. I'll stop playing with the computer.
Huh. Well, that's bad. Yeah, mine looks terrible. Why is that? Yeah, I'm in. I'm in 720. I need to. This thing should go 4K. I mean, that's one of the expensive webcams. It's a gift from Art Germ. Like the very first thing he ever got me, like as far as he saw that I did all the videos that I did, and he's like, at first he's like, why do you have to make videos for everything? I'm like,
Why not?
He's like, why not just pictures? I said, because pictures leave, everybody can assume something or have ideas, and people have questions after the picture.
Yeah.
So if I'm there and people see it, I can answer the questions right then and there, or I can just add my opinion, which is always unsolicited. I'm really good about offering those. I'm full of them, among other things. So I digress, I suppose. Here's the Wonder Woman. It's pretty. Very, very good looking. We had good quality print run on these. Very pleased with DC on the trade dress.
Oh yeah.
And the Golden Age, as well as their printer.
Yeah.
A couple of gripes that I won't go into as far as some things that I'm not fond of, but
Yeah. Overall, we've seen some handling issues. I think are the only thing.
Yeah.
Usually it's UPS with the box drops, but this time it's definitely not UPS.
Yeah, UPS they did the deal this time.
They love us for once.
They did. Our UPS driver Nate, awesome dude too. He's another bearded fellow.
I swear you talked to him this morning before he came.
Why?
He left like 5 minutes before he got here, and he backs up and he's like, "Y'all ready?" I was like, "I'm ready." Where's Cory? He went home to turn the oven off. He just started laughing. He's like, "Uh-huh." I was like, no, he did. He's cooking something for us.
Yeah. It's good. I mean, for those of you who don't know, I am from Kansas City. And I pride myself on my barbecue, as most people from Kansas City do. Only, I'm one of the Kansas City people that actually make good barbecue. Some people just pride themselves on it, and it tastes like garbage. I made pulled pork for everybody that was here today. Brian Weeks from Alpha and Omega, and his wife Tracy, also from Alpha and Omega. They are a COA service. Very awesome service. Great people. They were up here helping today. They enjoyed it. They ate it. They didn't complain, and they walked out of here without hitting the toilet. So, I'd say I did a good job.
You did a good job. Oh, if you can taste the smoke after a couple of hours, like it was a good smoking process there. So, A+ steak sauce, A1.
No, not A1. Okay, so you don't know about the A1.
Well, no, it's a term like A1.
Yeah. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, I also am an admin for the Facebook comic forum, The Collector's Corner. It is a 18.
You run that thing?
Well, I'm in it now. I don't know so much I run it, but I do very little in regards to adminning at this point because of the busy schedule in comics. But
can you see why I get booted then?
That was my bad. You're supposed to like everything I put up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you post the cable stuff.
I don't know if you've noticed or not, but a lot of Nightwing stuff gets deleted.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to think like Nightwing is like DC's cable. No relation whatsoever, but that's what I'm going with.
No, Nightwing is DC's version of Goop. Wow. And we just lost every subscriber we may have. When you come out of the gate, the first episode, you start ragging on the Bat family. Either A, you're going to, for shock and awe value, you're going to get a lot of subscribers, or B, people aren't going to take you seriously and just like blow by the video.
Hey, man, we're repping Batman right here.
Yeah, I need to get my Derek Chew up. So, story behind these real quick. I was at C2E2 last year. It was my first convention with Art Dream Collectibles. And I went up there, and there was a signing at the DC booth, and they had all these little things here. Excuse me. And it was Derek was sitting there. Right? All the signing had pretty well been done. Derek and Stanley were just kind of hanging out. Stanley, he was like, "Yeah, I don't feel like drawing right now. I've got too much sketching to do back at the table. I'm going to be at it for a few days." So Derek, just started doodling. He's like, "Oh, Cory," he called me over. I don't mean to impersonate Asian, but that's how he sounds. Very, very very humble, very very nice and nerdy.
Oh yeah, very much so. It's a great guy.
So he calls me over, and first I think he gave me a Batman, and then he gave me the cable. And I got a cable on a DC board. I probably got the only one in existence. So that's cool. And then I'm not a Bat Family guy, so I'm like, hey Greg, want this? And not really. Anything Batman I get from anybody, I give to Greg because he loves Batman, and I not so much. It's not that I don't like Batman. I don't like Batman fans. That's the issue I have.
I can see why.
Yeah.
Well, because I don't know if John's ever told you the story. Like, so I ran a comic shop for 6 years, and people would come in all the time. It was like, hey, what should I read? And I was like, Batman. That was always my answer. And they tell me why. I'm just like, it's I don't know if I was just so passionate, like in my looks about it, but like I could sell Batman so easy without having to talk much about it. So when John, took over the shop, he's like, why is our Batman number so high? And I'm like, dude, that's the only thing I sell here is Batman.
That's what I push.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they've gone down since I've left, unfortunately.
Which it's kind of odd that they do that, with the relaunch and all that stuff.
Well, Josh is pushing Aquaman now and stuff like that, and
just driving the customers out the door when he does that.
Yeah. You would think they'd have like the highest Aquaman numbers in like the United States, but it didn't work out that way.
Still only 4 subscribers. I'm kidding, guys. That's a good shop. I love the shop. I'm just ragging on Aquaman.
And Jason Momoa is awesome. We're just kidding completely. Like Jason Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa. Please don't come beat me.
Great Aquaman.
Please don't come beat me up.
It was a good movie.
It was a great movie. I don't want Jason Momoa to come throw a tomahawk to my head.
Oh, he's not. Sean Murphy was throwing those now too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to watch.
See, I wondered, like I keep seeing this stuff on Groupon and whatnot. I want to go try it out. In my head, I'd be some badass tomahawk thrower, but I'm probably just going to end up hitting the back of it on the. Yeah, everything works good in your head. You always think you're going to be the best or great at something because you're like, I can do that. No, you can't.
Oh, see, I would just walk in all cool and collective, thinking I could do it, and not say anything about it, and then just completely screw up. That's how I would go.
Me too. Only I talk about being good at it.
But afterwards, I'm like, man, I did really good.
So, for anybody just tuning in, the premise behind the show is we are going to talk about comics, as you can tell, and anything else we can for a half hour every day. Now, we do have a set of guests coming up. Now, we're going to have Art Journal once a week, every week. I'm going to aim for probably Thursday going forward after this one because of the 13-hour difference.
Yeah.
And what he's going to do is he's going to come on and we'll talk about some of his art.
What's going on, Cam? Thanks for joining us, man.
Well, hey, we got somebody.
3 watchers. Yeah.
So, we have. We'll talk about any of his covers. We'll try to go down in chronological order because between the two of us, we own every cover. Except for Weirding Willows. I don't have that one yet.
I do.
You do have the G.I. Joe though, don't you?
No, that's
you passed on it.
No, that's the one I want. Well, the only one on eBay is like listed as a fine.
Yeah.
And $34 isn't bad, but like they got some 9.8 blues for like $200. I think I'll probably just.
I'll buy one of those. Where are they at?
On eBay.
I missed it.
No, they're still there. I checked 2 days ago. There's like 4
I'll get one eventually.
Yeah.
Actually, Michael Stevens probably has 7 of them.
He does.
Yeah.
We need to do some trading with that guy. We got 4 watchers now. What's up?
Oh, hey, whoop, whoop.
Hopefully it's Michael Stevens.
A whole 4. All right, now. Doing good. So, tomorrow for this Thursday, though, we are going to have Greg Horn on. We may try to get Art Germ on Friday just so we can fit him in for the week. Greg's going to come on and I'm not sure if any of you saw or not, but I did have a live Q&A with Greg around, September?
Yeah.
September. It's just before New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
So I had a live Q&A with him, and it was supposed to be just like 30 minutes.
Well, like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah. I tend to do that though. It's like whenever we get with artists, I love talking with them, and I love picking their brains, and I love hearing what they got to say about anything. I love hearing the stories that they share, whether it's about their art, the conventions or any mishaps or anything that's happened throughout their career. I love like the whole folly kind of thing. Whenever things go awry, it's I don't know. I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing with them because they're laughing at it. I think.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, and also we're gonna have like a Greg versus Greg art off tomorrow.
Yes,
like
it will be amazing.
Who does the better stick figure? That's what we're going with.
Yes.
Stick figure challenge.
One will be colored by me and one will be colored by somebody else.
Yeah.
Maybe Gary Attaway. I don't know. I'm kidding. That's the coloring's not going to happen. We're just going straight black and white. We want pure art.
Pure art.
Yeah, there's that. So Greg's going to come on tomorrow, and then on Monday, we will have John Boy Myers as a guest. That's going to that's going to be pretty good. I love John Boy. I love pretty much everything he does. I've got to get one of his things put behind on my wall here. I've got so much stuff from him.
I got that Nightwing print he did for the cover for Nightwing 50 that he did.
Yeah,
I got the print for that. It's a beautiful one.
Let's see what else. Okay, the following week we are going to have the following Monday, which is February 3rd, the day after the Super Bowl. Go Chiefs. We're going to have DNA, David Nakayama. Fantastic cover artist. He's done some of my favorite covers. He's very tongue-in-cheek.
He's very funny
with his stuff.
Yeah.
He did like the was it symbiotes that he did, or Murderos or something. I don't know what it was.
His Captain America 701 variant is still my favorite cover by him.
I agree.
Deadpool has the shield. There's unicorns and burritos, and it's amazing. It's such a fun one. Actually, so if you follow the channel here, there are like 3 interviews we did back at MegaCon and as an early test type of thing, and I asked him about that in that interview. So he talks about why like the homage on that one and stuff like that.
So, John Cassidy.
So I got that hard question in there for him. I was like why'd you do that? But no,
he's it's what I love. Like a lot of the artists that we don't represent these artists that we're with. We are their agents. We are their glorified coffee jockeys. We are whatever it may be. Representing an artist means you can speak on their behalf. I do not speak on anybody's behalf, nor does Greg.
I speak on my own behalf.
I don't. Somebody speaks for me.
Yeah.
Usually my ass, because I'm mostly talking out of it. But I'm kidding. Can you go back and bleep live stuff? I think I need to not do that. So I've got I've got to tone down my cursing. The F word is one of my favorite words. Like it is, but like I believe I say that word more than any other word. And in the English language, the word "the" is the most used word. In Cory, it's the F word.
For sure, the word is not.
That is very high up there. Yes, I believe that is a close number 2. So, yeah.
You just did it.
There
you go again. Anyway,
so we have David Nakayama coming on the February 2nd, and then on what is it? February 10th would be the following day.
9th.
February 9th would be the following. Let me check out to see the schedule I put on there real quick. It was, I believe it was the 10th. Yeah, February 10th is what I scheduled that.
Is that Tuesday?
Is it a Tuesday?
Well, you said not the 2nd for the Nakayama, unless Nakayama was the 3rd.
Nakayama was the 3rd.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Yeah, okay, I thought you said 2nd.
Yeah, day after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So February 10th, we are going to have Philip Kennedy Johnson. For those of you that are unaware of
PKJ,
as Greg is going to lovingly call him from here forward.
Until he tells me to stop.
Yes.
Hello, sir. I don't know you, but I heard you call me PKJ, and well, I don't appreciate that, so you need to stop. That's how it's gonna go.
If you're not careful, he may write into a Marvel book some very horrible things happening to you.
I'm never gonna read it, so it's fine.
Well, DC book too, because he writes for them as well.
Oh shit! Well, if it's Batman, that would be awesome.
Could be Last God.
That'd be cool, as long as my name appears in it.
What if you're sodomized or something in the book?
I'm still in a DC book.
So yeah, he'll be there February 10th as a guest. So that's going to be pretty exciting. He'll be the first writer that I've ever interviewed for anything, at least to my knowledge.
I think
live in any form or fashion.
We have a family member of yours I've never heard of before here.
That would be Cory.
Oh,
that's my baby brother. His first name's Michael.
Why you guys with your fake names, man?
Blame my parents, bud. I didn't come up with this stuff. I just answer to it.
MCP. Appreciate it, bud.
Sometimes I don't, depending on who's asking for me.
We'll start calling him MCP.
Whereas I'm SCP.
Yeah.
We had a brief discussion about this yesterday during Taco Tuesday lunch. I can't talk about it here.
No.
Very inappropriate.
Yes.
So that's pretty well the gist behind the show. We're gonna have more going on tomorrow. We'll start getting the ground rolling. It's not just gonna be us coming on and talking about a bunch of BS every day. We're going to actually have a format, with Greg tomorrow, and then Friday we'll figure that out. And as we keep going, we'll develop more of a format. You're gonna watch us grow, guys. You're gonna get to see, everything pretty much from inception all the way to us, getting married and
we're getting married.
Well, I don't know.
Not this guy.
I pretty well let that one go myself.
No, I mean we've talked about doing like comic recommendations this week and today in particular. I mean we're just kind of worn out by now counting comics. So I haven't read anything this week. The awesome Power Rangers, the spoils that they do. So we got the Pink Ranger with the gold vest on this week. That was awesome. If you're a Derek Chu fan, there are some incentive covers for the Red Sonja Age of Chaos #1, like a 1 in 10, a 1 in 11, and a 1 in 20. My favorite's the 1 in 11. It's the Virgin preview cover. The color tint one I wasn't a big fan of. Probably because it had the trade dress on it. I'm just like,
I would have done away with the trade dress if you're going to do a 1 in 50, personally. So here's one of the things we'll do too is when we're at shows, we'll go live at conventions and we'll talk daily. It may not be for a full half an hour, but we will find people throughout the day to have a conversation with. And it'll most likely be in the mornings at the conventions because when we go there, we work. We work a lot.
All day.
Run pretty well ragged at the shows. So there's that. And then the issue with Unsacred, with Ejikuri. So you saw that more than I did.
Yes.
And you've talked with the Diamond rep about it and what they may or may not do about it. And what was the answer? Well, first explain what happened.
Well, so initially, checking our invoice for today to see what we're, see what we're getting in today outside of the Wonder Woman 750. And we had 3 different Unsacred covers on there, but the Ejikuri wasn't the cover C. So I called our Diamond rep to find out why, because we had ordered, a decent quantity of them. And you had to go to the comic people because our rep is a toy rep, not a comic rep for some reason. But so cool guy. So he talked to comic people, and it's like, oh, it says in their system that covers shipping a week later. So I went over to the store that I go in with 2 guys to do the shipment for the day yesterday, and they had ordered cover B, which is I don't know the artist's first name, but it's Vidi is the last name, and
Alessandro Vidi.
So, and I'm going through the stack and I see the Ejikuri cover and I'm like, what the heck? The Diamond rep told me these weren't shipping this week. And then so I go to the invoice and I'm like, well, they didn't order one. And so I check the back because it'll say what cover it is on the barcode and it says cover B. And on the invoice it says cover B is VD. So I go and check Diamond side real fast and cover B is VD. So they somehow misprinted cover C onto the cover B. I'm guessing. I haven't heard anything more about it today. But yeah, so it's weird.
So it must have been
I mean, as long as we get ours, it's cool.
Don't forget about me. I'm supposed to be on one. Yeah, we'll have you on as a guest, buddy. One of the things that we'll do too is we'll try to take some of the corner members, and if you're a member of the Collectors Corner Facebook group, we'll bring you on, and maybe you can talk about your collection, why you collect the way you collect, some other things you may be passionate about, and any Grail that you may be chasing. In your collection, which Grail, that is one of the most disputed terms in all of comics.
Well, that and
it's relative.
I feel like I have more than one Grail though. Like
yes.
I ordered a Grail on Monday that for like 10 years I've wanted, But then there's now the larger grill
Mhm.
of the life-size Vegeta that is now like.
That is a statue grill.
Well,
Or a collecting grill. Period.
Yeah. But the Yardrat Goku outfit figure was also a collecting grill for like 10 years, and they finally made one. Rock on.
All right, so we are at our 30-minute cap, guys. That's going to be it. So we will see you guys tomorrow with
What's up,
Greg
Ed?
Horn.
Ed, come see us, man.
Oh, Ed, yes, sir. You got to come see us tomorrow.
Please.
So, yeah.
Or
Thanks for
Saturday.
watching, guys, and we will see you, I guess, tomorrow around 7, as long as Greg shows up at 7. I don't know if he's going to. He never really gave a time, and I need to shoot him a message and see.
Oh, the other Greg. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I didn't know if he was going to be here either, so.
I'm so important now. When you say Greg, I just think of me.
Love you guys.
It is
All
what it is.
right. That's it. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace out.